We saw cross-examination perfection today, didn't we? By Attorney Robert Alessi, and he is the man. Not only the man for the job, but the man that can dig deep down into this. Look, if we would have had him on the first trial, I think Karen would have walked away. But you know what? No one knew. And hindsight, as they say, is 2020. But what we have been is definitely welcome everyone to day 15 of the Karen Read Trial 2.0. Today is May the 14th of 2025. I am Lady Zelda Kelly with Seeing Crime, and here we go. Was today just... Oh my goodness, it was a little boring today. It was a little boring. And yes, for those of you who want to ask me if I heard a particular hot mic moment, yes, I've heard it, but you know what? Oh, pardon me. I hit the camera. Yes, I heard it, but you know, that stuff doesn't faze me. We live here, right? We just live. So please don't put those words in my comments, okay? Because that's uncool. We're just not going to do it. But what we are here is to pay attention to what happened. The total annihilation of the sticker shock saga that we saw. This crime investigator just basically was dethroned. I'm going to put it that way. Yes, you're seeing a lot of shadows. It's me. She was dethroned, decommissioned, and tomorrow we'll be continuing the same thing. Of course, I'm sure that Hank will be contacting her and filling her in on what she should say, what she shouldn't say, and is there any side-eye movements she should give just in case, just in case she needs a little rescuing. After today, I'm not so sure. I'm positive that the jury is seeing what they are supposed to be seeing. Now, tomorrow, I think is going to be a little harder. Today, we got our moment. That was definitely, this was definitely that moment. And I'm sorry that my camera keeps jiggling. I'm going to try to hold it so it does not. But tomorrow is going to be a different day. It is going to be a day in which I think there may be a little struggle by the defense. I'm not sure, but look, it's not going to be it's just not going to be devastating, okay? Because, after, pardon me, after we see this, after we're getting going, there's a lot of momentum here that Attorney Robert Alessi has in this cross-examination of this Maureen Hartnett, I think. Miss Hartnett, I'm going to say. Miss Hartnett. So I want to see what's happening. I want to see what's going on. I know that Hanky and the Commonwealth are blown away. And what was shown to the jury is we cannot depend on a thing the Commonwealth says, does, or brings forth. And see, even Shaggy thinks so too. We can't even depend on, let me say it this way, anything that the Commonwealth opens, when they open their mouth, a lie will come out. That's just really now what is going to happen. A lie will come out and they're going to try, okay, I'm going to say it this way. It's quite sickening to me, and it should be to you as well, that we have people that are in an area that are just either so inept that they can't think for themselves, going into a crime scene and looking at all these things and not using common sense and using their noodles. Or this is so massive that it's hard to fathom. And I think it really is a little bit, a lot of bit of both. Let's see what's going on. I've got my cards here. We're ready to go. I just kept thinking the whole time, if I can quit moving this camera, I know everyone will be happy, including myself. So, see what is in the cloth. Let's go, Zelda. Let's go. I want to thank you all for being here. If you'll please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button, my darlings. Let's get it out there. The world needs to know. And if you're asking yourself, what is it that I can do to help? I will tell you. All the creators, not just me, but me included, obviously. If you hit that like button, the algorithm of this platform will push this out worldwide. There are many people that are now calling me and saying, oh my gosh, I'm in so-and-so place. I'm in Virginia. I'm in California. I'm in Oregon. I'm in all over the place. And I'm seeing this on the national news. What is this? And that is exactly what we want. We want worldwide attention. Because you know what? When we get attention like this, it's just a matter of time. And we all know that there are certain special people that are watching as well. Look at this. Unexpected. Now that flipped over. I'm going to put it back. But we keep getting unexpected news, unexpected. I'm going to tell you, this sticker thing, I certainly was not expecting that today. Maybe some others were, but I certainly was. I was not. This is serious. Of course it's serious. Thank you, Kitty. You constantly come out. It is definitely serious. Poetic justice. Oh, yes, Poe. Welcome. Welcome to you. I have a funny story I'm going to tell you sometime about Poe and how he was sitting in my living room when the landlord came over. All right. So here we are. Help from the cosmic unknown. We get the same cards, and it's not because I don't shuffle. It's because, you see, it's because the universe has something to tell. Oh, pardon me. Look harder. See, this is what Alessi was trying to get Miss Hartnett doing today. Inverted stickers, inverted, hair that just kind of flapping in the wind. Look harder is what Alessi was basically telling her to do today. Look harder. That's a new one. We haven't seen that one in a while. In a while. We're going to draw 2 more of these. Let me make room. Let me make room. Time is needed. Indeed. Because there's been a lot of time spent between pulling into the Sallyport and then the snow falling off, of melting off of the Alexis, not the Lexus, not Alexis, pardon me, the Lexus. And then, they just seemed like they weren't in a hurry because they just thought it was complete. Yes, dear Jennifer. Yes, all of you. This turned into an episode, didn't it? Unexpected news. Here we go again. We've got 2 kitties on the board. A new pathway ahead. Yes, this is going to carve out another pathway. A man. Now that is John O'Keefe. All right. We're going to put these to the side. Here comes the Kipper. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. Yes, yes. Lots of energy. Wants to just fall around. That's okay. That's okay. I'll tell you what. If you were in my live last night, you saw that my cats were just so energetic, and they still are. And it's because there is a lot of energy here. There is a lot of things happening quite a bit of things. And you know what? It's okay. Here we are. But they're going to have to calm down before the next live. Oh. Oh. You see the energy? And my light just turned off. And you can't turn it off. Nobody turn. Let me turn that back on. Wow. Just wow. Okay. I think I know whose energy is here, don't you? Yeah. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this card away and put this card over it. Because there's one thing is I don't want to color in that particular card. It's just some people are uncovered. Okay. We're not going to take any chances. But you see there are two doves there. And there is communication. I want you to keep that in mind. Communication. Now, it still could be the texts because I don't think they're done with those texts yet. All right, so let's see. This is how the Commonwealth is feeling right now, poverty, because they just are getting to the point they don't have too much happening. A message of concern while we have the unexpected news. Yeah, these are very much a concern, and more fortune cards because we are so fortunate to be able to see this unfold in real time. It's amazing and quite wonderful, to tell you the truth, all at the same time. Oh, and there's Sam walking through. I'll tell you. Okay, there we are. All right, so thoughts. Now, this is what they're doing tonight. The Commonwealth. They are trying, we're going to put those to the side. They're trying to do everything that they possibly can to rethink this and remold this before tomorrow. Ms. Hartnett's going to be on the stand again. They're going to be regrouping. They've got a Hail Mary coming tomorrow. So let's just kind of go with the flow. Robert Alessi is more than capable of handling whatever is coming down the path. I mean, he's just like, I cannot brag on him enough. I have the Mythic Tarot that I want to bring out just for a minute. Oh. Lights going off. Printers, I don't even know what that meant. That's energy, my darlings. Oh, yeah. So here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to go live tonight. I will be going live Thursday night, the 15th. So that is 15th. That's, let's do 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Thursday evening, Eastern Standard Time. And there's the Five of Pentacles. I want to see what's on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, this guy. The one thing, now we're not going to talk about zodiac energy in this right now. I want to talk to you about the property of this card. This is a card of someone who is obsessed with, who is obsessed with the idea of convicting Karen. This is the energy of that cannot let it go, obsession, even addiction to a certain degree of this circumstance, not of anything else. This is a representative of the temptation of believing that this is the only thing that you have, so you must follow it through. That is exactly how Hank is feeling, in my opinion, based on this card. Let's get another one, and then we're going to talk about that Five of Pentacles. And we have an Eight of Pentacles. Okay, here we go. The Eight of Pentacles is a card in which the defense is saying, I just heard a voice. I'm sorry. Wow. Let me know if you heard that. Let me know in the chat if you heard that voice, because it was an audible voice. And I'm here. My son is in the room. There's no one else here. Anybody else here meows. So there's nobody. There's no neighbor. There's no nothing. Wow. I heard a voice. I did not hear what it said. If you heard it, let me know in the chat. This is a card of consistency. The Commonwealth is lacking in that department. This is the Commonwealth, the Five of Pentacles. This is what they should be doing, realizing that they have spent what it is that they're doing, and they just need to throw their hands up in the air and say, okay, fine, we give up. But they're not going to do that. Hank, based on that Devil card, is in it to win it. And if he gave it up right now, he would be giving up more money. Because, oh, listen, the Commonwealth, those of you in Massachusetts, be prepared, my darlings, your taxes will be going up. And it's to cover all of this nonsense and even more. Because this guy is going to want to bank out at least $500,000. So he's not going to let this go. But him, he is obsessed. But this is him. He has, pardon me, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. The energy, plus it's, quite frankly, it's just kind of different here over the last couple of days. Back to this, my apologies. They are empty. Look at this poverty card and the Five of Pentacles. You can't get more down than that. And it has everything to do with coming up empty-handed, let me say it that way, than it has with the money in many regards. Of course, Hank wants the money, but the case is empty-handed because they do nothing but think about Karen and how they can twist and turn and manipulate and carve a new meaning into something new. And we have Bilbo walking through the reading. My apologies. They quite frankly, they're almost upset. I don't know what the energy is around here. I'm going to probably have to clear it. It will be clear by tomorrow night when we go live, but please join me. The Eight of Pentacles, consistency, keeping it together, doing what you need to do. Now give me a minute. I'm going to clear the decks, and I'm going to come back with the hidden, because we're going to get some really deep information on that. Hang tight. Hello there, my darlings. I'm back, but I wanted to share something pretty funny with you. My landlord had to come over yesterday morning. This is Poe. He usually sits on my desk or he sits around, but Sammy, you know Sammy, she hates this little guy, and she attacks him, and look at this. She'll bite his legs, and I have to repair. So he's constantly in the hospital, in the Zelda hospital. Well, I had him sitting on a stand. My landlord had to come over yesterday morning to do a wellness check on the HVAC, or the air conditioning unit outside my condo. And lo and behold, Poe was sitting on a little stand, and when the landlord walked in, he took a double take and said, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know you had a raven." And I said, "Yes, that's Poe, but he's not real." And he said, "Oh my gosh, I thought he was real." So there we go. He's all for Poe. So there we are. Bless little Poe. Here we are, my darlings. I thought you'd like that. Here we are with the hidden deck. These are Cartomancy cards, but for me, they hold a completely different meaning, idea. Here we are. Pardon me. The Ten of Hearts. 6 of spades. Now, I don't have room to do a particular layout here, so I'm just going to lay these out in Zelda fashion. Okay. It doesn't matter really, because we are going to look at this. That Jack of Hearts comes out constantly because the meanings will not change, because this is why. We are reading them this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and that's how we're doing it. If you're hearing someone laugh, that's my son. Okay, so the first thing, this is very interesting. This is very interesting because we're starting off with this 10 of Hearts. It's an overflowing card. It's a card of celebration. And the wonderful thing about this is this particular card, and I'm going to say this is for Karen because this card shows that there is more support for her than she would ever think. I think she knows that there is a lot, but I also believe that she knows that there's a lot that can happen as well. But you know, we all have her back. But here's what I want to do. I want to take this diagonal right here, since they're 2 hearts. We have the Jack of 10. Let me move something because you're getting a shadow. There we go. With the Jack of 10 to the, the Jack of Hearts to the 10 of Hearts. This means someone who is thinking of her. That they show up in a way of a message. Now, it wouldn't surprise me because we are getting those cards about messages and so forth. I do not know. But I think Karen will be getting a message very, very soon. The amazing thing is we have these spades together too. See, we have hearts, we have spades. Then we have another heart club and then 2 clubs together. So that's kind of amazing to me. Now, here's the other thing. This heart to the spade, it has kind of a, this is kind of like the pin that bursts the bubble. This 6 of spades means that it's a quiet exit. That I believe she's going to know when the time comes that when she wins, she's going to just disappear. She's going to take her time. She's going to go. She's going to walk away for a moment. She needs to catch her breath. She needs a spiritual transition. She needs clarity of what's just happening, because this is a bad dream for her. I mean, we're here living for the dream with her, but can you imagine? And she doesn't feel well. Bless her heart. I thought she looked pretty good. The color was back on her face today. I thought she looked pretty good. But now we have these 2 cards here, the spade to the spade. And this 4 of spades is a resting. It's like a recovery. So isn't that amazing how these 2 cards come out together? That Karen, who basically she's so good. She's just human. She's like the rest of us. And she needs time. She needs to step back. She needs the stillness, the transformation. And this is all about rest. It's all about taking that breath after you have heard all the facts, and then you're just like you have to decompress. It's like this comes after stress and pain, quite frankly, and it's a breath. It's a breath of fresh air. Now, I'm going to tell you, if she is found not guilty, do I think that the Commonwealth will try to do something with her? Sort of, kind of like they are doing with Turtle Boy. Let me say this. It would not surprise me if they try that trash with her. I do not believe she's going to stay in that area. I believe she's going to move. I believe that she's going to be in a much nicer place. But here's an interesting combo, my darlings. And this combo is the 9 of clubs to the 4 of hearts. The 9 of clubs, it means we're almost there to the finish line. And the funny thing about this 4 of hearts is that it's a card that basically says, okay, I'm going to close the door. I'm closing the door. The exit is here. I'm closing the door. We're done. See, isn't it amazing how they fall into place? It's that she's almost going to be afraid to feel. It's going to be very hard for her to trust. It's basically her trying to just shut the door on everything that just has happened. She is definitely going to need space, because I'm going to tell you what, the defense team, these people, she's known them now for years. They are her friends. They are her family. And then all of a sudden, everybody goes home. Everybody goes to their respective home. And then there's Karen and her family. And she's going to have some separation anxiety. Believe me, she's going to be mourning them. And that is for sure. Last but not least is the spark of conflict. I love this. It is a test of wills. It is ideas. It is growth, but it comes through friction. I said fiction. Yeah, well, fiction. Could be fact or fiction. But what this card means, because it is a money card, I'm going to tell you, after she wins this case, the lawsuits will be filed. And I totally agree that she needs to be doing that, and I believe she will win. How long will it take? Well, it takes as long as it takes. The message in the card is, the hidden message is, you can win, and you will. But should you? I believe that she knows that the answer is definitely yes. So here's what I want to do, my darlings, because this is really something. I just heard my door pop again. Wow, just wow. Hello. Okay. There is a King of Clubs. Oh, and he wanted to come out, so we're going to take him too. So we have the King of Clubs. We're going to take a look at him first, to the 5 of Spades, and then we have this 10 of Diamonds. The King of Clubs is a visionary. It basically is saying this is her energy. She was born to lead. She was born to take this. As hard as what it's been, this represents someone that has a destiny and a greatness. No one can convince me that Karen is otherwise. I believe this small, petite, young woman is here to take and battle through this. The energy that comes off of this is just nothing but victory. And I believe at this point, she's got this. But not without a fight. She's got a little bit to go. This is basically saying, yes, the blade turned. This was a betrayal. Someone walking away. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, you know what? This is her saying, okay, I'm winning. I'm walking away. This is for that card that warns her that some of these people are fake and pretending to be something that they are not. Could be pretending that they're being police officers when they're really people who have been out for their own gain. Might be that in name only, but the blade is turning. You know, you hear me say the tide of the battle is turning. Well, my darlings, the blade is turning. The blade is of the sword. The swords are communication. The swords are air elements. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? So this is turning out very well, my darlings. And the last but not least, this card is a legacy card. The card of legacy, the big decisions, winning, long-term, energy, values, family, all of this. What she does now, it's a card that basically says, because you see this is an air element too. The card that basically says, hello, what you do now determines your future. There's not only an inheritance coming her way from the state of Massachusetts and all that reside that have gone against her, but there is a spiritual inheritance from her where she, talk about a legacy. She will go down in the annals of history. How long do we think people will be talking about this case? Decades. I'll be long gone before people even stop thinking about Karen Read. You mention Karen Read, and people will say, oh yeah, wasn't it that poor woman? And then yes, always a story to compare. My darlings, I want to thank you so much for being here. I always love these cards. Tell me what you think. Thank you so much for being here through the antics, through the energy, through the camera shaking, through Poe, through the cats. But you know what? We're here. Come rain, come shine. Join me tomorrow, Thursday, at 6 p.m. It will be the 15th of May. I'll put a post in the community. Come on over. Let's have some fun. Much love to each and every one of you. Please, if you haven't seen this before, please like, subscribe. Love having you here. And so does the energy. You see, it feeds on this sort of thing. Thanks again, my darlings. Hey, I'll see you in court tomorrow. Bye for now.